So our group will be presenting about the bibliometric analysis of Scenedesmus species. The group members include Cempaka, Nurzati, Nur Anis, and Nurin Kristina. First and foremost, let us introduce you about the background research of this study. What is Scenedesmus species? It is a genus approximately made up of 70 species of colonial green algae. This Scenedesmus species is usually found in freshwater rivers and wetlands that includes lakes. The first research that has ever been done on this Scenedesmus species was done back in the year 1940. This species is known to survive in all kinds of climates that includes tropical and Arctic climates, but it is found that they are more dense and more prone to cold water such as the Arctic climate. And what is bibliometric analysis? It is the use of statistical method to analyze books, articles, journals, and other publications. So, in this study, we are going to let you know about the analyzed existing data that has been done from the year 1926 to the year 2021. Moving on is the problem statement in this study and why there is a need for us to do this kind of research. After analyzing about this Scenedesmus species, it is found that the Scenedesmus species itself can be used as a potential feedstock. Not only it is much more eco-friendly, but it is also very abundant in quantity. The objective of this study is very straight to the point and very simple. The objective of this study is to understand the current status of the Scenedesmus species, the future status of it, the future developments, and also the future research regarding the Scenedesmus species and how we as a whole society can help to bring more of its potential.
Next, we move on to our finding, which is what we obtained from the research of the bibliometric analysis of the Scenedesmus species. Based on the database in the year 1926 until 2021, a total data of 5,359 publications has been found. In Table 1, the document types for the publication were signified. There are 9 main documents types that attribute to the total number of publications, as listed in Table 1. The document type that source as the main contributor would be articles, with 5,059 publications out of 5,359, resulting in a high percentage of 64.4%. Apart from that, the second most sourced out publication is from the conference paper with total publication of 152, resulting a percentage of 2.8% out of total 5,359 publications from the years 1926 to 2031. Note has the least publication regarding the Scenedesmus species, which only contribute a total number of 1 publication. Next, we move to the Table 3 ratio of publication. As we can see on the graph plotted, it can be concluded that in the year 2019, the total publication was at the maximum, which accumulated about 433 publications and has a total number of cited publications of 330. In this year of 2019, there are about 2,177 citations based off from the publication that has been made. Apart from that, in the year 2019, it was found that the average citation per publication is at 5.03 in comparison to the lowest total publication, which was in 1926. The number of cited publications found in this year is just 1. Not just that, in the year 1926, in which state above has the lowest total publication, it also have an average citation per publication of 33. Next, in the table 4, the language used for the publication was signified. There are total number of 24 languages that attribute to the total number of publication. This includes English, Chinese, German, Russian, French, and many more. As listed in table 4, language that sourced out as the main contributor would be English, with 4,954 publications out of 5,391, resulting a high percentage of 91.89%. Apart from that, the second most sourced out of language is Chinese, with total publication of 172, resulting a percentage of 3.19%. Apart from that, German has a total publication of 87 with the percentage of 1.61% and thus come in third place. Out of the total 5,391 publications from the year 1926 to 2031, Bosnian, Croatian, and Italian has the least publication regarding the Scenedesmus species, which only contribute to the total number of one publication for each. In this table 5, this bibliometric analysis highlights the subject area on the studies of Scenedesmus species in the year of 1926-2031. From this table, it is stipulated that each subject area has contributed a certain amount to the total publication that has been made. For example, the environmental science is leading the list with the total publication of 2,127 and has count a percentage of 22.18%. From the total and followed by agriculture and biological science and biochemistry, genetics and molecular biology with total publication of 1,980 and 1,304 respectively. On the other hand, there are also subject areas that contribute as little as one publication, such as psychology with a percentage of 0.01% from the total publication. Next, we move on to the table 6, shows the list of the journals with the most active source title. The leading journal source title are Argus Research by Elsevier with total publication of 3,319 journals and 2,456 total citation. Apart from that, there are also other source titles from the data analyzed that includes Bioresource Technology, 316 publication, Journal of Applied Psychology, 113 publication, and Hydrobiology, 83 publication. Based on the table, it shows the least active source title is Journal of Hazardous Materials by Elsevier with 10 publication and 996 total citation. In the table 7, it shows the top keywords. There are many keywords that the author have remarked and relieved throughout the whole production process of the publishments of Scenedesmus species studies. For example, the keyword algae has had a total publication of 2,286, which made a percentage of 10.97% from the whole top keyword list. Next, on the top of the list is the keyword Scenedesmus that play a significant role of having a total publication of 2,238, which regards a percentage of 10.747%. Apart from that, the other top keyword that was found from this analysis is article 1,726, non-human 1,431. The list keywords that have been analyzed from this table is chlorophyll with 50 total publication and percentage of 0.24%.
Hi, my name is Norzati Amira. Okay, now I am going to further the explanation on the findings. For Table 8, it is top countries contributed to the publication. Based on Table 8, United States and Germany dominated this research and their total publication records accounted for 723 and 559 respectively. United States ranked first in the aspect of the number of total publication. It is also had advantages in terms of H index. The H index can be applied to evaluate the quantity and level of academic output effectively. So the United States probably publish higher quality articles than others. The least contributed country is Poland with only 29 total publication. For Table 9, it is number of authors per document. With total publication of 408, with percentage of 7.61%, documents are single authored. The remaining document, which is 4,951 with percentage of 92.39%, are reported as multi-authored publication with the number of authors ranging between 2 and 10. There are 11 documents where the author name not available and cannot be obtained from the Scopus database. Okay, next, Table 10, Most Productive Author. Table 10 shows the most productive author who contributed to research on Scenedesmus SP. The author had the most publication with 85 publications, namely Singer H, affiliated from Philipps University, Marburg. Two authors had the same total publication with 35 publication was Manuel C from University Usara Malaysia in Malaysia and Alario Hoyo C from the University of Hong Kong. From our database, the least productive author among the top 20 authors is Chan L, affiliated from the University of Hong Kong with only 16 total of publications. Next, for Table 11, it is the most influential institution. The most influential institution with minimum of the 10 publication of our database based on 5,359 publication on the subject of Scenedesmus SP. Chinese Academy of Science published the most article with the total publication of 149, followed by the Philipps University Marburg, Germany, with 111 publications. Apart from that, Universität Konstanz, Germany has a total publication of 48 and thus comes in the third place. Most of the institutions in the list belong to China. Hence, while research on Scenedesmus SP is concentrated on the East Asia economies, contributions to the area have been made worldwide. Okay, for the next slide, Table 12 shows the citation metrics from our database result. The publication years is between 1926 to 2021. For the citation years, it is 94 and the papers total is 5,359. For the citations, it is 116596 and for the citations per year, it is 94 as well. Citations per paper is 21.76 and the citations per author is 38956.52. The papers per author is 1827.01 and the authors per paper is 4. The H index is 142 and the G index is 189. For the table 13, it is a highly cited articles. The article titled "The Potential of Sustainable Algal Biofuel Production Using Wastewater Resources" that was published on 2011 by J.K. Pittman, A.P. Dean, and O. Osundiko, recorded as the most highest citation article with a total of 905. Next, the subsequent highest citation article is titled "Microalgae as a Raw Material for Biofuels Production" that was published by L. Giovia, A.C. Olivia on 2009. It recorded as the second highest citation article with a total of 850. The least cited article from the top 20 is "Nitrogen and Phosphorus Removal from the Urban Wastewater by the Microalgae" Scenedesmus obliquus with only 315 citation.
Based on our finding, it can be concluded that analyzing on the number of Scenedesmus species publications from year 1926 to 2021, there were not much resources regarding the Scenedesmus species in the earlier years of research. However, it has been found that over the years, The study regarding the specified species has getting more broad and overwhelming alongside with the additional of years. Studied Scenedesmus species were also analyzed in detail to highlight the current status, development for new applications, and the future research directions. Research has been conducted in hopes to further analyze and understand the species to comply its benefits and usage to the community, especially in the current emerging application, which is the production of biofuel and bioethanol. Observed results had shown a significant increase in the evaluation, which is especially outstanding from the year 2014 onwards, with a total publication of 318 journals. This is consistent with the increases over recent years in the market demand for microalgae-derived products and the great opportunity in the number of facilities for microalgae cultivation. In addition to the trend in the number of publications, other variables related to scientific output such as the types and languages of publications, major authors, and institutions have been analyzed in this research. From the results, the most significant sources-type publications are journals with a total publications of 89.7%, and most of the journals are written in English. With the efforts of scholars from all over the world, this body of research has been gradually improved and deepened. It has gradually evolved from the basic and unitary subject to a multi-perspective and sustainable development research field combining environmental science, agricultural sources. These journals are mostly published on the sources, environmental science, which publish 22.18% of all articles on microalgae. United States was the most significant contributor in being the most publishing country on this subject, with the total publications of 723, followed by Germany with 559 publications. Next, for the least country contributed is Holland, with the total publications of 28. Focusing at the institution that publish the most, as it can be seen, the most of institutions from China are dominating and appearing in the top list of institutions as would be expected. This is because the top positions in the ranking of publications occupy very prominent places within their respective countries in terms of Scenedesmus species research and has an extensive network focused on microalgae study. The keywords for articles in Scenedesmus species publications are studied. As it can be seen, the most presence, algae, and the next term with the greatest presence is Scenedesmus. By exploring the characteristics of Scenedesmus species, it is going to be an applicable research trend to removal of nutrients from fertilizer plant wastewater by using formation of biofiltration and also as bioindicators of water pollution from active ingredients. In addition, the incorporation of Scenedesmus species has become an emerging research frontier which can enhance biofuel and bioethanol production stock with nutritional stress amelioration through optimization of carbon sources and light intensity in Scenedesmus species. It is also considered to be a promising way forward for future research by establishing energy-saving and environment-friendly technology, reducing operation costs and the risk of volatilization of contaminants. It also provides oxygen to the bacteria for degradation of organic compounds.